And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Trials. Wild.
Why don't... What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you, too.
P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back, though, so they can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. Would you?
Get a drink on his head.
And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is a actual DJs. I'm supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
Gotta ask you, Janice Combs, how you feel about her? I mean, they alleging that she was, having freak-off.
I spoke to a man, Mr. Brown, who used to go to the freak-offs, and he knew Miss Combs and he knew about her and her freak-offs and everything like that. We had always thought that she had a modeling agency, but it wasn't a modeling agency. It was more a brothel that she ran for high-profile drug dealers and athletes.
Didn't know that your wife
got
urinated on and then found this out in court.
It's a lot.
Could you handle that?
But let me tell you, not only because he had left, he was in the back of the court and then he went. I think they took up to like a back room. But the
Diddy's
all
kids.
the Diddy kids are there, right? So his daughters are there. I was sitting behind them. It was awkward for me to watch them have to listen to all of this.
What up? How you listening? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Can you reach out yet? Nah, Pop. He ghosting. Hey, this motherfucker doing it. These things tweeting now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. About all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. But the money hungry.
Cassie reportedly claims that Diddy's mother likes to keep things in the family. She says, Janice told King and Justin that Grandma's all-you-can-eat buffet was always open to them. She'd ask, do you want a leg or a thigh? When they entered her home.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight.
Joe Rogan has officially had enough. After months of shocking details spilling out about Diddy's secret freak-off parties, the latest bombshell was too much, even for him. Because this time, it's not just about Diddy, it's about his own mother, Janice Combs, being linked to what really went on behind closed doors. And when Rogan heard that, he went off. Not just because of the disturbing nature of the parties, but because it meant that this corruption started even closer to home than anyone ever expected. This is insane, Rogan said. We're talking about a grown man doing unspeakable things, and now his own mother might have been helping him do it? He couldn't believe the reports coming out, but once he started breaking them down on his podcast, everything began to make sense. And everything started pointing straight to Janice Combs. For years, Diddy crafted an image of being a flashy mogul, a party king, and the life of every room. But now, we know that what went on behind those velvet ropes wasn't just about music and celebrities. It was about control, manipulation, and fear. And the scariest part, according to witnesses and leaked testimony, Janice Combs knew everything. In fact, some are now claiming she helped run parts of it. Joe Rogan didn't hold back. How do you raise a son like that, he asked. How do you sit back and let that happen unless you were part of it? That's when Rogan pulled up multiple past interviews with Diddy talking about his mom. In one, Diddy says, "My mom taught me everything I know about being strong and getting what you want. At the time, it sounded harmless. Now it sounds terrifying. There are now rumors from people close to the case that Janice wasn't just aware of the freak-off parties. She helped manage logistics, some of the early guest lists, her handwriting, some of the catering, the hotel bookings, the guest invitations, all trace back to people connected directly to her. And when Rogan heard that, he went off again. That's not just being a bystander, that's being an accomplice. Even worse, a former security team member allegedly testified that Janice Combs was present at some of the early parties. Not just aware, present. That changed everything. Rogan stared at the camera and said, "This is twisted. This is some real sick power game stuff. And it's not just Diddy anymore, it's his entire family." This goes deeper than most people realize. While Diddy flaunted his wealth and fame, insiders say Janice kept the operation running smoothly in the background. She wasn't flashy like her son, but she was sharp, organized, and completely loyal. Some even say she acted like a gatekeeper, deciding who could get close to Diddy and who couldn't. Rogan's voice got quieter when he said, "So this wasn't just one man, it was a whole system, built at home." There's also new information linking Janice to multiple locations where parties were held. Rogan pulled up real estate documents showing that Janice Combs' name had appeared on certain leases, bookings, and payment transfers under shell companies tied to Bad Boy Entertainment. Rogan shook his head and said they tried to hide it, but the paper trail doesn't lie. According to Rogan, the scariest part isn't just that Janice knew, it's that she may have enabled everything. You don't just ignore this kind of behavior, he said. You don't look the other way when it's your own son, unless you helped build it. Fans were stunned when Rogan played back a now viral interview clip from the early 2000s where Diddy says, "My mother always believed in me, always told me to take what's mine." At the time, that sounded like motivational talk. Now, it sounds like the mindset of a man who thought nothing was off limits and whose mother backed him every step of the way. Rogan pointed out that Diddy's downfall isn't happening in isolation. This isn't just a celebrity meltdown, he said. This is a full-blown empire collapse, and now it's clear that the empire wasn't built by Diddy alone. He went even further, suggesting that Janice Combs might end up on the witness list, and not as a character reference, but as someone who may be subpoenaed for her role in organizing or covering up parts of the freak-off events. If the FBI digs deep enough, Rogan said, they're going to find her fingerprints all over this. What shocked Rogan the most was the possibility that Janice might have helped her son cover his tracks over the years. With lawsuits piling up and new accusers coming forward, there are reports that documents were shredded, footage was deleted, she was the one pulling the strings when things got messy. Rogan leaned in and said, "It's the perfect disguise. Everyone assumes the sweet old mom couldn't be involved, but that's how they hide in plain sight." Rogan then went off on the broader system. This is what happens when power protects itself, he said. Diddy became untouchable, and if his mother really did help make that happen, she's just as guilty. The more Rogan dug in, the more he uncovered. Former assistants claim they were told to keep everything quiet about Janice's role. One even said she was the brain behind the business. He was the face. That line sent Rogan over the edge. That means she wasn't just along for the ride, she built the map. People always wondered how Diddy could keep getting away with so much. The lawsuits, the silence, the intimidation. Rogan says it makes more sense now. He had someone on the inside, someone who could erase the tracks before anyone got close. Rogan also made a strong point about generational corruption. If Janice really taught him how to survive and dominate at all costs, then this didn't start with him, he said. It started with her. They warned that more revelations are coming. The public is waking up. Victims are speaking out. And if Janice Combs thought she could stay hidden behind the scenes, she was wrong. This isn't the 90s anymore, Rogan said. People aren't afraid of the big names. They want the truth. In a chilling close to the episode, Rogan said this. Diddy tried to protect himself with fame, but his real protection came from his mother. And now that wall's coming down. This isn't just about one man. It's about a toxic legacy, a system of silence, and a family business built on secrets. And Joe Rogan is making sure we hear every word of it.